Hi guys, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, November 15th, 2016. This is Jennifer. I have mostly announcements for you today, but I do have a couple of things to share that I've been working on. I went out of town to see my kids for a couple days. My son was in a concert and my daughter was under the weather and just generally not feeling well, so I spent a couple days out of town again, but I still have gotten a few things done. Right now my Project of Doom 2015 is being quilted. I have it on my quilt frame. I've done the sky, I did that in swirls, and now I'm doing the castle part is all going to be pebbles, which if you've ever made pebbles, this is really my first time doing pebbles on a big quilt and it's taking forever. So I can only do maybe 15-20 minutes at a time because I made the brilliant decision to use the same color thread as the fabric, so I can barely see it. So I have every light that I have on it and I can only see maybe this much at a time because it doesn't contrast at all, so I'm spending a lot of time like leaning way down looking at it, but it's coming out amazingly and I love it, and I will go ahead and keep you guys updated. I have no idea how long this quilt is going to take to quilt. I'm not in a hurry. It's for me. This is one of the ones that I really wanted to get done before the end of the year, and one of the things that I did do, and the reason I'm aimed in this direction, is I took everything that had a quilt back that was ready to quilt, and I have a PVC pipe that hangs from a chain in my garage that I can put hangers on, and all of my quilts are now hanging there that have quilt tops, quilt back. Because I do have batting, because I bought, I told you guys a couple weeks ago, I bought a roll of batting, so I have enough batting to finish at least all of the ones that are in the garage. The ones that are still on my door, I either don't have a back for, they're not quite ready to quilt, or in the case of my There and Back Again quilt, I've decided to change the quilt back, so I need to do that before I can put it on the frame. In other news, the memory quilt is not only done, but it has been mailed to the recipient who will be giving it to her mom for Christmas. I will not be showing that until it's been gifted. I did record a little video over the weekend, so I will probably be showing that. I mean, it could be like a month and a half before I show you guys that. I loved the way it turned out. It worked out beautifully. The white back fabric worked great. The binding worked great. I even washed it and made sure that, you know, everything looked okay afterwards. I made the biggest label I've ever made, but you guys will get to see that, like I said, when I can share that video after the quilt has been gifted. This next thing is a little project I did a couple weeks ago because last week was all quilt festival stuff. I wanted to save it and show it to you when I had a little bit more time in my video. This is my little ironing station that I made from a TV tray that I bought at a thrift store. So it was just a single TV tray that I got for a really good price. I pulled scraps of batting and a little bit of Insul Bright out of my batting box that's from leftover batting, and this piece of fabric was actually a half yard that my friend Janice had given me that has all kinds of stuff on it, like it's the Eiffel Tower, and it says hello and love and coffee, and it has like science stuff on it. It has, I mean, honestly, it kind of represents everyone in my family, so I just love it, but it also goes with my living room. And the entire reason that I made this ironing station, which I'm going to put down now, the entire reason I made an ironing station was so that I could sew downstairs without taking my ironing board downstairs. Just to give you a little idea of how I did it, I layered all of the batting first and I stapled that on just kind of sparsely. And then I put the fabric on, and wherever possible I turned the fabric under so that there wasn't like a raw edge, and then I stapled all of that down. So it's just stapled all the way around, and if I ever want to change it, the batting is stapled on separately, so I can just pull the fabric off and then redo that. Now it is announcement time, and I do have quite a few, so I apologize if this runs a little long. Friday, November 18th, stop by Sewhooked.com for my blog tour post for volume 14 blog tour for Quilt Makers 100 blocks. I do have a block in this issue. These will be on sale. I think I can put them on sale tomorrow. I have to double check, but they will be in my Etsy shop, and you will get to see my block on Friday. And it is a fun block. It was actually intended for a summer issue, and they held on to it for, I mean, I sent it in over a year ago, so it's kind of a summer block, even though it's November. So be sure and stop by on Friday so you can find out about my block, find out about the inspiration behind my block, and enter to win a free copy of this magazine. Other fun announcements are for Fandom and Stitches and for Sewhooked for 2017. The first 6 months of 2017, I will be running Paper Piecing Vintage as a quilt along. So you will not have to wait for blocks. You do not have to, you can sew ahead if you want to. You don't have to sew the block that I feature, but I will be featuring a block on the second and fourth Monday of every month, the first 6 months of the year. And what I will be doing is you can buy the whole set now for $10. It includes 12 blocks in 2 sizes, so that's 24 of the original 12, plus bonus blocks that were in the original set. So you get more than 24 blocks for $10, 24 patterns for $10, plus it includes the layout information and the piano key border instructions. So you can, it's an entire quilt pattern. All the blocks are paper piece, plus a pieced border, and that whole shebang is $10. So you can get that now, or if you prefer to wait, I will be releasing those patterns, those same block patterns, the identical ones, so it's not, I'm not like trying to trick you guys into spending more money or whatever. If you don't want to make all 12 blocks, I will also be releasing them individually, 2 per month for 6 months. And I have a similar event planned for the second half of the year that's an entirely different quilt. This will be fun for me because I've had a lot of people that came in after I did paper piecing vintage the first time and said they really wish they were part of the first event. So we're just going to do it again, but instead of a block of the month, it is a quilt along. We also announced all of the events on Fandom and Stitches for 2017. That was huge. That has been a popular request for a long time because people want to put on their calendars what they're going to be working on for the year. And the very first thing we are going to be doing is a Labyrinth quilt and stitch along. Some of our best designers are working on this. It is a collaborative event with a lot of really talented people. I designed the quilt layout and I've designed a couple of the blocks, and we have lots of other awesome people that have designed blocks too. It's going to be extra cool because each week you get to choose if you want to piece or if you want to stitch, and that will be every week during the quilt along. So it's going to be a really fun event, I think. We haven't done a collaborative event like this in a couple years, and I'm really excited about it. Doctor Who was collaborative. Not All Who Wander Are Lost was collaborative. Hababomb, the There and Back Again, that was our very first quilt along on Fandom and Stitches, that was collaborative. And the Princess Bride quilt along, As You Wish, that was also collaborative. So I'm very much looking forward to a collaborative event with a quilt that's designed by a ton of designers, and I think you guys will have a really good time with it. We're gonna have a month of Stephen King. We're gonna have a Choose Your Own UFO, which is basically all those projects you've been working on that you stop working on to work on something new. Pick the one you want to finish, and we're gonna work on that exclusively for 2 months. So if you have a Doctor Who quilt that's lingering, or a Project of Doom that's lingering, or maybe you were making a quilt out of superhero blocks or out of some of our animated blocks or whatever, pick that UFO and just stick to it for 2 months and get that baby finished. And we will be there as a community to support you to do that. Also next year will be Fantastic Beasts Volume 2, which will be entirely different from the Fantastic Beasts event that Vanda's running right now. She's going to be doing that with Christy Lahane. That'll be fall of 2017. A quick PS to our TTMT community. We are going to stop doing prizes after December, so thank you guys for sharing prizes with our community. I think it's gotten a little bit crazy, so we've had a lot of people that have agreed that they'd like to do something different next year. So I think next year, instead of prizes, we're going to try to do a few more swaps. So we're just going to let the prize thing go for a while, and I would love your input about swaps, and this is the community on ttmt.livejournal.com. Let me know what you think in comments about possible swaps for 2017. I think that is it. Stop by Sewhooked on Friday for my Quilt Makers 100 blocks. Stop by Fandom and Stitches for Fantastic Beasts, and be sure and post a video. And that's it. I will see you guys next week. Bye.